Yeah, so this is a huge week for markets overall, right? Like you said, Fed meeting on Wednesday. Thursday, we have Apple, Google, and Amazon all reporting earnings after the bell. And then Friday, we have the jobs data. So, I mean, this is one of those crazy weeks where it's going to get wild. The Fed decision is, needless to say, the most important one. They're going to raise by 25 basis points. That's not in question. It's all about what the commentary is going forward.
With the information gathered by Gareth Soloway, the week has been so amazing for the global market, as a lot of big-time companies and incorporations have seen massive gains in earnings, starting from the Fed meeting held, which was a good way to start the week, which will see these companies rise by up to 25 basis points as time goes on. But how do people and critics alike view this news? Is this a welcome development, or is there more that meets the eye? Gareth Soloway takes us on a ride to see what's to be expected as the future awaits. But before we hear from Gareth, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more updates.
I think it's going to be a seldom news event. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, it's tricky to know at this point because we still have another day and a half to go until we get that. We're selling off today, which is kind of a positive, actually. The more you sell off, the more likely the markets will snap back. So people essentially are taking profits right now. We've had a big run up in the equity markets, in the stock market, in crypto, and people are saying, wait, listen, I'm up X amount. Why don't I take some off the table? Because you have all these unforeseen possible negatives out there. For instance, Jerome Powell saying something that the market doesn't recognize. So I think the big question is watch what happens into Wednesday. If we rally back up, then I'd be bearish going into this. Yeah, so what you do have, and you're correct, you have this kind of sideways. Now the one negative here is that we had this attempted breakout which occurred on a Sunday. Now, you know, for everyone watching, never trust a crypto move that occurs on a weekend because you don't have volume there. You can see exactly what happened. Bitcoin had this nice run up, touched kind of 24,000, and then today markets are open, markets are selling, institutional volumes in there, whale volume, and it comes right back in. So I agree. I think your next stop is right here. You have this pivot low right here and this pivot high. So that's right around 25,000. So that would be, if we continue up, that would be your resistance point. I ultimately am still in the camp that the lows are not in on the crypto market. So I would be kind of in the camp of saying that at some point we will see a big rollover again. Yeah, I mean, between these pivot lows over here, all this here, and then all this sideways chop right here, all of that is just so much major resistance. That will be an epically big resistance level for Bitcoin. Yeah, so for me, there are a couple things that I'm looking at. I would be looking at this area right here. So this is kind of a major, remember, this was your pivot low of 2021 before the second move up. So that's going to be really a lot of resistance. You have this level that we broke down on. So if we got back above this and held above 40,000, then I think you have to say the next run is probably in place for 100,000. And I think 100,000 to me is your next spot. And one of the things I'm looking at here is you can't look like the retail crowd wants to believe that this is 2021 again, and it's going to be everything just going up and up and up and up. But you have to remember things are different. You have a bear market. You have the Fed interest rates at 5%. The Fed is sucking liquidity. So you don't have the same makings. The government's not sending checks. Like in the US, they were sending checks out to us. So there's a lot of differences between now and then. So you can't expect the same result in something like a Tesla or an ApeCoin.
With the volatility which comes with the crypto industry, predicting how the market could go at certain times can pose a tricky feat, and this has been hinted at according to what Gareth Soloway has said. A lot of people are raking up profits at the moment, but as the selling draws in, it's expected that all aspects of the market, like the equity market, the crypto market, and the stock market, can get back to a more balanced state. This, however, puts a lot of unease on some people who have seen profits on their portfolios, trying to decide whether to cash in on profits or keep waiting. With a lot of resistance levels on so many cryptocurrencies, that just gives away the undoubted fact that a bear is coming. But take note that this will spark unimaginable feats for the market, as Bitcoin may hit another all-time high on the next bull run. The expectation for a lot of enthusiasts and people in general is that we're gonna see a bull run now, which will go on and on steadily on a rise. But Gareth Soloway reminds us that there are a lot of factors which come in as a catalyst for change. For instance, the Fed taking in liquidity, the interest rate at 5%, and the government not sending checks to its people just like they did in 2021, where the type of bull run expected now took place.
Some resistance on Friday, which again, you know, it ran up so much, it was for a pullback. So that was kind of, what to be expected. Now, if it has one more run, the $200 level is going to be a big level right here and these tops right here. A couple other things, I continue to be bullish on natural gas. I got bullish right around $3 on natural gas. It's a little bit below that now. Let me bring it up now here. But I continue to really like this chart. It's just so oversold. You have a mass exodus, right? So basically, when we were trading north of $8 to $10 per cubic foot or whatever they measure a natural gas in, you basically had a scenario where every institution thought this was a no-brainer trade. Everyone thought, no, Europe's going to be in so much trouble, everything like that. And now you're seeing the unwind of that, and that's why this is this oversold. But
with all that has been said for cryptocurrencies, the stock market is another area of market investments that have seen significant changes with a lot of resistance, which led to pullbacks on some of them, such as Tesla and gold, and a lot of selling on others like natural gas. From the news on the market situation and opinions online, a lot of people had their doubts about natural gas being the choice for investments, but Gareth is on a solid stand that this isn't the case for it on the stock market, especially with the support on the chart after the selling which took place, and this will see it to a bounce back from its position on the charts.
Where when we're above trend for so long, and you can see the above trend, as long as the Fed was printing money, we were always above trend. It makes sense in the very least we have to come back to trend, right? And the trend is right. Yeah, so gold to me is due for a pullback. I mean, this was just a tremendous to the upside. I am not short gold because I love it in the midterm, and maybe short term it's overdone, might pull back here or here, but I'll be buying on dips. So basically, if I'm lucky enough to get back to around 1800 or 18 and a quarter, I will be loading up again. I did take my profits on my swing gold just because it got so extended. But again, these are shorter term trades where I'll just buy on a pullback then.
So as the market has been above the trend line for a long time now, it means that the bull market is sure to fall back into a trend for equilibrium to be established. This doesn't take away the possibility for another bull to occur, but takes away the thought that bull runs could go on forever, thus reminding everyone to brace themselves for the bear market that's about to set in. From the analysis given by Gareth, the pullbacks are good for trades at the moment only if they are short term. So for individuals who want to get a little profit at the moment, these pullbacks are a good place to leverage and get something light in the bag before the bear fully sets in.
Oil's starting to come back down, and really what we can see here is that you got this little potential bearish pattern. I still am in the camp that we're going to come down to about $65 a barrel on oil, probably within the next few months. And it's not that far away now, about $13 away. So I do think that that's going to come down. I think the key catalyst here is we're going to see more and more weakness in the jobs data coming up. We'll see what Friday's obviously says. But I do think that, again, that's going to show that an overall slowdown in the global economy is going to hit the demand curve of oil.
For oil, the same pattern holds with the bear already in effect after the trend has been on an increase. This value will further go in the direction of a bear as weakness hits on data from jobs around the world. This information not only gives a foresight on what to expect, but also provides a form of security for the economy to help them prepare for their future. With Bitcoin still being the #1 crypto in the world and having a lot of influence in the direction in which most of these cryptos will go, the bear is inevitable, so brace yourself for what's to come in the coming months. With all that's been said in this video, what are your thoughts on the points made by Gareth? Do you agree or disagree? We'd love to hear your take on the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't for everything you need to know about crypto. See y'all in the next video.